Hi, my name's Casey Spooner, and you're watching Blaze.
Hi, I'm Allie McLean for Blaze.com, and today in the studio we have a very special guest, Casey Spooner.
Hi.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
You're so busy while you're out here in LA. I was so surprised that you had time to sit down with us because you're playing Laertes in Hamlet in the Wooster group.
Yep.
And tomorrow you're going to be on Young and the Restless.
Yes, I'm going on the Young and the Restless.
And you've recorded some new singles, and you are writing a Fischerspooner book, and you're finding the cure for cancer, and you're being fashionable all at the same time.
I try. Yeah, we just finished a 2-week run at the Red Cat in Disney Hall of the Wooster Group's production of Hamlet, and I actually play Rosencrantz and Guildenstern and the Player King and Laertes, and sometimes I'm a Chable guy. So everyone plays multiple parts. Is
that the part that you like flip for at the end? Who's going to be a Chable guy?
No, it's set, but you put on a trench coat and a mask, and you put on a chair. And it's a chair and a table that's attached, so it's called a chable, and it has to be rolled around. So when you're not in a big scene, you have to run around and become a piece of furniture.
Wow.
And I love it. It's one of my favorite parts.
Do you get to move when someone's sitting on you and make them...
Yeah. You roll people around, but my favorite is when somebody has a really big scene and you just have to sit there behind the table.
And try to keep a straight face while they're waiting.
I get real into it. And I wear a chair, the back of a chair, so it looks like I am a chair just hanging out. And then other times I pretend I'm like a pet, or I pretend I'm a servant, like a really good servant. What's more fun, being a pet or a servant? Pets are fun to play because, they don't understand anything about the psychology or the story or anything that's happening, so they just respond to movement and kind of like whoever their owner is. So if I'm in between, big major scenes where you have to know a ton of lines and be really emotional and be very clear and literal and be in the play, it's really fun to, all of a sudden pretend you're like a Great Dane.
Do you also have the old film version playing behind you?
What it is we're resurrecting a performance of Hamlet.
I see.
So it ties to the idea of mortality, about the transient nature of performance and technology. We have an earpiece so we hear the recording of the film, and we have monitors on stage where we can see the film, and then we duplicate someone else's performance.
Wow.
Yeah. So I've memorized exactly every move and every intonation of these other actors that, many of them are now dead. So it's a kind of, it's a cool way.
But it's a good play for it.
Yeah, it's a great play for it. And then, of course, there are all these other elements to it where we have to duplicate all the camera movement. It kind of makes the stage have a completely new kind of movement and energy that I've never seen.
Now, who are you playing tomorrow on your soap debut?
I'm playing myself tomorrow on my daytime television debut, The Young and the Restless, because there's this really cool couple, Bill and Maria Bell, and they're these really interesting art collectors. They collect a lot of Jeff Koons. Maria came to the show last week, and before she saw it, she sent me an email, and she said, would you be willing to do a short scene on The Young and the Restless as yourself? And I broke into a sweat and immediately wrote back, I would be willing to do a long scene as a recurring character, buy a bungalow, and be bi-coastal. That's what I'd be willing to do.
Do you think everyone else realizes what a get that is for them? They've got Casey Spooner coming on the show.
I don't think they have any idea, and I don't think they care at all. I don't know why I'm interested. I don't know why I keep putting myself in these weird positions. Like, I'm supposed to be an artist, but I go and I have to pretend to be Janet Jackson, and then I have to, pretend to be like another, I'm like something, I'm working out some kind of like American
pop cultural
Warholian. Yeah, like I'm putting myself through some kind of peculiar exorcism where I'm trying to destroy my ego.
Right.
And so I guess I'm just fascinated to see if I can integrate or how I interface with this kind of like American language. So it's kind of thrilling because it's a really peculiar. I mean, it could be wildly embarrassing. I mean, I could not work. I could not.
It's still the experience.
The experience
though, right?
of it, it's going to be amazing. And the most important thing now to me, more than being on the show or how many lines or if I get a recurring part or whatever, my dad said that he told my aunt, and he said that she almost had a heart attack and she couldn't breathe, and he said that he hasn't heard her that excited about anything since they were children at Christmas.
Oh my God.
So it's kind of that thing where it's like I do all this stuff and it's like my family, they don't get it. They have no idea. They have no context. They don't really understand. They're supportive, but they just can't figure out who I am or what I do. And now that I will go onto a soap opera and they will say my name and I'll say 3 lines like, Sabrina, you have to see that exhibition. It's really good. Let's go have some hot chocolate. That is just going to buy me like years of family happiness.
Yeah, a lot of good holidays now.
A lot of good holidays now.
Awesome.